What's up, guys? So, you know me and my wife, Erica. You've heard us on Room 217's podcast, but now we are officially going from audio to visual. So, welcome to our first visual podcast. Howl-O-Screams was started in 1999. It all started at Busch Gardens in Tampa, Florida. The Orlando location, however, first started in 2021, so it's only been going for a few years. Next year will be the 5th anniversary. We can only hope that they have something big cooked up for next year. It continues to grow, and it'll just continue growing as the years go by. It's even been voted number 1 by all the local people in the Orlando area. Do you dare try this event? Well, only one way to find out now, is there?
Welcome! Anyone want any popcorn? Hi! For like 15 weeks now.
So today's first episode, we're going to talk about Howl-O-Screams in Orlando that this beautiful woman here found.
I think I saw it when we were leaving from Halloween Horror Nights the year before last, 2023. We were on our way leaving, and I think I saw a billboard advertising it. And when I saw the billboard, I was like, I wonder what that is. And I started doing all the research and going down the rabbit hole of it.
Yep. And she, told me about it. I was like, yeah, if we can do it, we'll do it. And we did do it last year, and it was awesome.
It was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's on a much smaller scale than what Horror Nights is.
Yeah, I'd say it's more old school.
Yeah, for sure. It's more old school and traditional.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as elaborate as the Horror Nights is. You can easily do Howl-O-Scream in one night. We missed one house, but that was because it was closed when we got to it, and we didn't feel like circling back around. By the time we were done, we were just tired and ready to go.
Yep. And another comparison, so when you go to Halloween Horror Nights, they do a conga line where everybody goes in at once. Not Howl-O-Scream. You are thrown in groups.
And it's like a tapered line. Yeah, it's like a tapered line.
Mm-hmm. So, like, when you do Horror Nights, sometimes you don't get the scares because, well, you're in a conga line. And
you either see them coming or you miss them when you pass them.
Right.
Sometimes.
Where Howl-O-Screams, you're going to either get the surprise or somebody else is going to get the surprise, but you're going to get to see the action, like, live right there. You're not going to miss anything. Unless, of course, the actor is on a pee break or something. So,
they do have to take restroom breaks, and food breaks.
Former scare actor here, you drink lots of water, you gots to go.
They're human. They still have basic human needs.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, the scare zones for Howl-O-Screams, again, different level than Halloween Horror Nights. Not as elaborate, but what we loved about it, they are much darker. And when I mean by dark, I don't mean like theme, just lightness. Like, they are dark. Like, you'll be walking and all of a sudden it's like, hey, how are you? And
it's like, it's a lot easier for them to hide and to get that jump scare at Howl-O-Scream because you don't see where everyone is. It's not as well lit as the ones at Horror Night are. Also, I feel like they were a little more interactive than the ones at Horror Nights were to the actors that were in the scare zone.
They were not afraid to break character.
No, they weren't.
Which, in the industry, it's bad juju. I mean, in the past, when I did scare acting, we broke character, nobody said anything. Future years, it's like, hey, don't do that. You're
ruining the effect, which I get it, but at the same time, if you don't know that's just a person in a costume, then I don't know what to tell you, right?
Yeah. You're not old enough to experience it yet if you can't distinguish fact from reality.
Right. So the scare zones, Howl-O-Screams had 7. Halloween Horror Nights usually has like 4 or 5, but they had 7. And the first one was right when you walked in. It was called Seeds of the Coven, which Coven is usually witches.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like these cloaked witches that were running around and making screeching sounds, and they looked really, really cool. They really did. It was the makeup and everything was beautiful.
Definitely. There were, and we counted, I think, like 15 witches.
Yeah, they come from every angle.
I think we were actually sitting down, and one like came from behind us, or
I think
something.
so. Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but I do kind of remember one sneaking up on us.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah. So when you walk in, the entrance, first thing is the Coven, and that's a holding area too for, before the event. But you can also walk in this little area where they sell merchandise. There's actually 2 spots that sell merchandise.
Yeah, it's like a little gift shop.
Right. There's one a little further down when you walk in. I call it their version of the tribute store because it's in AC, which was a blessing. But it had the same stuff as the front, but it also had a little more there. But like Halloween Horror Nights, so the merch was pretty cool. Not as extravagant as Horror Nights, but cool and simple.
Right.
So, but let's see. So the second one was called Paradise Palms.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Paradise Palm one. That one was cute, actually.
Yeah, this one was kind of like a motel.
Or like a resort. More like a resort than a hotel. It was sort of like maybe you went to a resort and maybe I think the people that were there were, I can't remember if they were zombies or if they were vampires. I can't remember.
They were zombies.
They were supposed to be zombies?
Yeah, they're either zombies or just dead people or people killing people. They were definitely trying to get us to check in their resort. Like constantly, but it's like, nah, bro, I'm cool.
I'm cool, I'm good.
It was a pretty cool set. It actually gave me like Devil's Reject vibes when they're in that little palm. I think it was actually something palms.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So that's the vibe I got, but it was pretty cool. And again, dark, so they were coming from like the patio, like popping up.
Yeah, that area I remember being super dark. Actually, you really, it was dark.
Yeah, definitely. So the third one was called Cannibal Harbor. This was pretty cool. This was the one that was like the pirates, and they were cannibals.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if I remember that one, but I do remember going through the pirate one. So, okay, that was the pirates.
Yeah, that was the pirates. There was actually, so Erica makes beads for events and
friendship bracelets.
Yeah, that's it, friendship bracelets. And she gives them out. She trades. Well, we joined the group page for Howl-O-Scream, and everybody kept saying to find this one female pirate who trades like the coolest bracelets, and we didn't realize till after that she found her, and it was a really cool bracelet. Actually.
Yeah, it was a really, I don't know, I got it in my bag, but I just don't remember exactly what it looked like.
I don't either, but I remember it being like, wow, and for Horror Nights she traded, and they had some really cool stuff. They even, one of them gave her a ducky.
Yeah, a little glow-in-the-dark ducky. It was, that group, it was their first time ever attending Horror Nights, and I think she had I think they were dressed as Chucky and Tiffany, and I thought it was really cute, so I approached them and gave them each a Chucky and Tiffany bracelet, and in return, they gave me a bracelet, and she was like, oh, we went overboard, and she gave me, this cute little glow-in-the-dark, I think it's, supposed to be a ghost duck, or it might be or is it a vampire? It's a cute little glow-in-the-dark ducky.
I think it's a vampire.
I think it's a vampire. It's a cute little glow-in-the-dark ducky, though.
And just so y'all know, you don't have to even trade. She'll just give you one just to give it to you.
Just because I feel like it's a nice, fun little thing to do.
Wear a Terrifier shirt. Because they're like, hey, wear a Circus of the Dead shirt. You're like, hey,
yeah, I did give somebody a bracelet just because they had a Terrifier shirt.
Exactly. So you can just get one just for sitting there or just eating a hot dog. So the next one was the second one we saw when you walked in to the event. When you walk into the event, You can either go right or left. It don't really matter because it all circles. You know, it's like a circle. So it all circles and you meet in the middle. But this one was called Blood Night District. This was
Bloodlight District.
Bloodlight District. That's right.
It gave me True Blood, like the club that Eric owns in True Blood. It kind of felt like
Fantasia.
that. That's it. I couldn't think of the name of it. It kind of felt like walking through Fantasia. Like this was my favorite scare zone that we went through at Howl-O-Screams. It almost looks like they're on display. It was very, very adult. This particular walkthrough, they were dressed kind of a little risque. So if you're gonna bring children to it, just be aware that they are definitely not as kid friendly as Horror Nights tends to be. This particular scare zone, like I said, they were dressed kind of skimpy, which to each their own. Whatever. I'm an adult.
Bring lots of dollar bills.
That's kind of what it looked like. And they were like behind these pieces of plexiglass and they were like posing. And it almost looked like they were on display for auction or something, but they were vampires. And it was really, really cool. That's the scare zone we were actually going through when I ran into a TikToker that I follow. Jarendale, I think is his name. He does a lot of Disney and Universal videos. Most people recognize him as the Disney Demure guy. Sweetest, nicest guy I've ever met. He was so nice.
Yep. I'm walking and then I'm filming and walking and then I turn around and where's my wife? And then I see her taking a photo, or you were just live with them.
He was live and
I'm like, automatically I thought either it's a TikToker or somebody she actually knows, but it was a TikToker. Yeah. And spoiler alert, she got scared twice in that scare zone.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't remember.
Yes. And one was at that spot.
Oh, I do remember, yeah.
And then the second time, I don't know what happened, but you like screamed. I'm like, oh shit, what happened? I don't remember what happened, but
I do remember that now, because it was like you came to the end of the scare zone and there was a corner, and there was somebody there in that corner that I was not expecting to be. You couldn't see him until you turned that corner.
Good, yeah. Good jump spot for sure. I love that scare zone at night, because at night it's just all red lights, so it's just red and it looks so cool at night. Not gonna lie. So the next one was the vampire one was also a returning scare zone.
Because sometimes they bring them back. If it does well, they'll bring it. I think they do the same thing with houses too, so if it does really well, they'll bring it back. So
the next three are actually returns as well. Toxic Turmoil, this one gave me Toxic Avenger vibes.
Yeah, kind of. I can agree with that. Yeah, it was kind of like that.
There's not much I can talk about that one, because to be honest, that was my least favorite.
And I think it was real small.
It was very small. There wasn't a lot of actors there. It was pretty much no light. But again, the scare zones are dark, but this one was like really
You couldn't
dark.
see anything,
Yeah, so no offense to the guys, but that one wasn't a favorite of ours. Terrors of the Deep. So this was another pirate one. You know what? The Cannibal Harbor actually might have been the sailors.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
Sorry, guys, my confusion. Terror of the Deep was the pirates.
Okay, because I was supposed to say, wait, hang on, because now I'm getting confused. But yeah, that one was the pirates. The other one was supposed to be the sailors.
Yeah, this one was a return to, pirates, treasure. There's nothing more detail you could go to that. And pirates and zombies combined are pretty cool. So the last one, which was the last thing you see before you exit, if you go right and go all the way around, it was called Corn Evil Pier, which was another return.
That was a cool one too. It was like I guess you could say like a horror version of a carnival.
Yeah, think of a carnival on a pier. I guess like kind of like Coney Island, but carnival.
Or like a Lost Boys.
Oh, Lost Boys. Yeah,
where they have the carnival at and the Lost Boys. How it's like on a pier. It's it was sort of like that.
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, clowns, obviously, popcorn machines, cotton candy. You went through a few like big old mouths that were shaped like clowns. Yeah, that looked like the clown
mouth that you walk through. Yeah.
Yep. So and that one was really long too. That was actually the longest scare zone. I felt like that was like 3 scare zones combined.
Yeah, because I remember we were walking through and we were like, damn, we're still in the same scare zone?
Right. So, but You know, if y'all went, let's hear your thoughts, you know, about the scare zones at the comments right there at the bottom. Okay, so we got through the scare zones, but now we got to get through the haunted attractions, which isn't as many as the scare zones. There's only 5. So
yeah, that's another thing you have to remember about the difference between this and Horror Nights. It's definitely on a smaller scale. Horror Nights, I believe, is usually 10 houses. This was only 5. That's why I was saying at the beginning, you can easily get through the entire Howl-O-Scream in one night without any fast passes or anything like that. I mean, if you want the fast passes, get the fast passes. Do you?
They're not expensive. I think they're like $50.
No, they're not that expensive, but they're not a necessity. The only reason we missed that one house is, like I said, it happened to have been closed when we went to it. I don't know what was the reason behind it being closed. I assume maybe something happened. But we didn't feel like walking all the way back once it reopened, so we just went about our business after.
Yeah. That one was Atlantis, Journey Below,
Yeah,
which
that
is
was
the one we
only
didn't get to do.
Yeah.
So we don't know what happened. You know, we got to do 4 haunts, 7 scare zones, all in one night, so you really can't complain, you know.
The only thing we didn't get to do that I was kind of interested in was I wanted to see the show. There's like a Jack the Ripper themed stomp show or something like that. I wanted to see that, but we were just so exhausted by the time we were ready to go because we had been there all week. We had been doing Universal, we had been doing Disney, so by that time we were just wiped out. We were pooped.
So let's talk about the 4 haunts we did do. So Water's Edge Wellness Center. That
was the psychiatric ward one. That one was pretty cool.
That one was a return, if I'm not mistaken, and a lot of people said that was a favorite of theirs too. It was kind of cool.
It was pretty cool. I like that one. It was your typical asylum, old school type haunt.
I believe that's also the longest we waited.
Yeah, we did wait the longest for that one. That one did have a long wait.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't that bad. I think we waited maybe an hour.
Yeah.
For that one. As compared to Horror Nights, if you don't have a fast pass, you could be waiting
3 hours or more.
2 to 3 hours or more.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So the next one was the first one we actually did. It was called Ultimate Gamble, which is a new one this year.
Yeah, that one was pretty cool too, where you had to make choices at the end on which way you were going to exit.
Yep. Think of, you know, casino gambling, you know.
Doing shady things while gambling, things like that.
And one of the actresses interacted with us very, very much. They interact with you more than Horror Nights for sure. But what was cool about this haunt, which we're going to get to the third one, as you exited the haunt, you went straight to the second one, which was Delirium Sits, and this was a returning one too. This was the military and the zombies, like experiments.
They were doing like experiments on mermaids and stuff like that, and sea creatures.
Now, the only thing I did not like, which I don't mind walking, I'm not lazy, but when you exited this haunt, it brought you right back to the front of the where you
right. So you have to kind of do a whole
you have to go right back into the event. You had to go through the vampires again with their stripping, and you're out of money probably at that point. So that was the only thing I didn't like. I was like, but the way it's set up, I guess, you know, you kind of had to.
Right.
I mean,
there's only so much space to work
with. You got to exit somewhere, and the fire department is only going to let you do so much. So I saved this one for last because this, believe it or not, was our favorite. We did not expect it to be our favorite, and it was a brand new haunt too. It was called Farm 51.
I didn't expect to like it because I like horror and things, but I am not a sci-fi person at all. I don't like the alien stuff. I don't get into any of that. The movie Signs is not my thing either. It's just not for me. I don't even like the movie Alien. Yeah, I don't. I really don't even care for Alien. The only like spacey type horror movie that I like is truthfully Leprechaun 4 in space, and that's just because it's hysterically funny.
Yeah, we keep hoping for Victor Crowley in space. Come on, Adam. Do it. Yeah, this one, I'm with her. I used to like the Alien movies, but not so much anymore. I kind of outgrew them. not big on aliens. It's cool because it's creepy, but this haunt was awesome. Like, there was jumps.
Yeah, there was the guy on the bungee cord.
Mm-hmm. And even the scenery, the set was really cool. It was like, you know, think of the movie Signs, and, you know, you're entering that. Oh, what's wrong? That's just our baby puppy dog. He's coming in to see why we're
not giving him attention.
No attention, because Mommy and Daddy's doing a podcast. That we're almost done, I promise. But that's all it pretty was. Even the fake like corn was super cool. So
I think there was somebody that was like hiding in it too, if I remember right.
And the best thing about this haunted house was the exit. So when you exit, I guess it was kind of like it was the effect that you're
supposed to be taken by
into the spaceship, because when you open the door, it's like, whoa, shit, like bright light, like Gizmo, bright light. Like, you legit exit through a big old wide open bar that was set up with big bright lights.
Like, it takes your eyes a second to adjust when you open it up. It was kind of cool.
Yeah. So that was cool. But yeah, that was all the haunted houses. Yeah, if you want to do the fast pass thing, they're not that expensive, but just to get through everything, then go for it, man. Spoil yourself.
Right.
You know? Treat yourself. So, lastly, we're going to talk about theme, food, and drinks. I can't really say anything about the drinks because we're not drinkers.
Yeah.
We're water and Coca-Cola, maybe a root beer couple. Yeah. They have themed foods, though, like Horror Nights. Not as much as Horror Nights, though, but they have some. Like, there's, like, vampire-themed burgers. Yeah. There's, I think something with pizza, too.
What I had was, they had, like, a chicken and fried rice hibachi thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm an extremely picky eater. Hibachi is, like, my favorite thing on the planet, though. And I saw them put, like, a sauce on it. And I was like, oh, man, I'm probably not going to like this when I saw the sauce. Luckily, it was like a yum-yum type sauce, and it was actually really, really good. The whole meal was really good. It was just like a little small cup that they gave you. So, I mean, it's a theme park. It's going to be a little bit overpriced. Yeah. As we all know, food in theme parks is way price gouged. But it really wasn't bad at all. It was a good little snack to hold you over to get through a couple of houses before you could get to another snack.
Absolutely. And there's other themed foods. I can't tell you what the other ones were because that was the only one we were interested in. There's a pizza place. Yeah. There's a pretzel place. They even had pizza pretzels. I
think they had the skull pizza things that it's like a hot pocket, I guess you could say, but it's in the shape of a skull and it's stuffed with the cheese and pepperoni and marinara.
We shared a funnel cake.
Yeah, we did. The funnel cake was really good.
For those who want or need coffee, there is a little Starbucks stand right across a pizza restaurant, so you can get caffeine. Of course, there's soft drinks, water all over, and the rides are also open during this time.
Yeah, we didn't get to ride any rides, but we did take notice that they were open for sure, and the lines for them really weren't long. So we've never been to I have. I think when he was a kid, he'd been to SeaWorld.
Nope.
No, you've never been to SeaWorld either?
Nope.
Okay, so neither one of us have ever actually been to SeaWorld.
Never had an interest.
So I don't know what the lines actually look like on a normal day, but I did take notice that the line for the rides during Howl-O-Scream, they were not long at all. It looked like people were just walking right on to them.
No, not at all. And my advice, guys, so sign up, go on the website, sign up for the newsletter with your email, because throughout the year before the event, those tickets are constantly on sale. I got Her and I's ticket, I think, for $30. They might as well just keep it that price because they're always on sale. And this coming year is going to be interesting. It's going to be the 5th year for Orlando. Because it originally started in Orlando. It's only been there 5 years, and it's actually been rated #1.
Yeah, they do that at SeaWorld, and they do it at Busch Gardens. And I think it originally started at Busch Gardens.
It did.
And then they put it over at SeaWorld as well.
Right.
But they're two different events. Because what the themes and everything at Busch Gardens are completely different from the themes and everything that are going on at SeaWorld. It's two different things. So if you want to go to both, Knock
Right.
yourself out.
Yeah, SeaWorld had, not SeaWorld, I'm sorry, Busch Gardens had one I really wish SeaWorld would have had. It was like Christmas trees, and like, you know how you go to a Christmas tree lot? It was that. And I guess it was like evil elves or Christmas trees coming to life and killing people. Like, that's cool. I like that.
We chose the SeaWorld one just because it was closer to where we stayed at Aventura on the Universal grounds. So SeaWorld was a closer drive than driving to Busch Gardens.
Yeah. So
I want to say SeaWorld was maybe 15, 20-minute drive from where we were. In Busch Gardens, I think, was closer to an hour away from where we were.
Yeah. And, of course, you have to pay to park. I think it was like 20.
Yeah, but
15.
I don't think it was outrageous.
Yeah. You know, just park. They'll guide you where to park. You enter. And, yeah, that's about all I can tell you for that. And it's going to be the 5th year in Orlando. I don't know if they're going to do anything special. I would assume they will, because it's the first, like, you know, true anniversary. So, I mean, we might go. We'll try and go. And if so, we'll probably talk about it, you know, after. But I hope y'all enjoyed our first visual audio of Room 217. So, we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.